Okay. 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 It is what it is. We, yes, it did happen. Okay. It did happen. What happened happened. Okay. Um Listen, and this is why the standard library is awesome. Okay? Because it allows you to just completely crash your computer all the time. That's my favorite part of the standard library. Anyway, I'm live again, and we're gonna figure out whatever just crashed my computer that we wrote. Oh wait, this is the wrong resolution. This is the wrong resolution. Why am I not 1080p? Hello, 1080p please. This is 1080p? Oh, I guess it is. Yeah. Okay, so let's figure out what just happened. So I'm gonna take a gander, okay, that it was this. I don't know. I guess that our element count is wrong, possibly. I don't really know how that would be the case. That's gonna be a problem, right? Like, that's gonna be a problem in general. Like, hey, yeah, hopefully I don't crash again. Because, I don't know. So the thing is that I'm like 90% sure that it's this that's the problem. But I feel like if this is a problem, then we probably have a big problem. Because our element count can't be wrong. Because our element count is what we rely on for rebuild UI and text buffers, for example. We use element count right here. Okay? We use it right here. We also use it here to add to the draw buffer. So I don't understand how we could be reading bad data there. I just don't think it's. Then there's also this question of, is if this is a possibility. Listen, what we're going to do here is we're just going to try and compile this, okay? With none of that, okay? We're going to try to... I wish that there was an easy way to step through it without crashing my computer. But I don't think that it's this. I don't. I wonder if this is it. Or if this is it. Or if this is it. Maybe E container comes back correct, even though it shouldn't come back correct. I'm kind of scared that it's going to crash my computer again. I'm kind of worried, to be honest. I'd be lying if I said if I'd say that I wasn't worried. I am kind of... Are we clear? We're in the clear. We're in the clear. Okay. However, this function doesn't work. And that's how we're supposed to test the battle log that I just spent a long time coding. So we're close to the finish line here. I just need to... Okay. Listen. All I'm going to do is the string compare. That's all we're gonna do. How did your program crash the PC? I don't know. That's what we're trying to figure out. It's one of these lines of code. It's one of these. It's one of these. Something that we can do... There's no way that this is the crash, right? There's just no way. There's just no way. I wonder if this is the way and it's crashing because we can't... we don't set that to null. Maybe we should do that. Load UI from JSON. CRE menu ID. Yeah. We set it to default. There's no way that it's uninitialized. So it has to be if container options. Maybe we'll just say if else element container e container equals null, e is container equals false. Okay, I don't know why we have to do that, because these are calicked, okay? These are calicked. So I feel like if these are calicked, we should be fine. But apparently we're not fine. Okay. Okay, we loaded in fine. We loaded in fine. So it isn't the string compare. It isn't the string compare. Fuck. Okay, so it isn't the string compare. Maybe it's this. I've never done that before. I've never done this before, by the way. Is that safe to do? Like rand returns an int, right? Like rand returns an int 100%. It should be fine. What is rand max? Yeah, let me look at this. Rand max. Yeah, we should be fine. Yeah. Maybe it's... No, but we shouldn't be getting into here anyway. Unless this was bad. Okay, let's just do this. Let's just test this. Push text to container. Yeah, maybe it is an issue with those containers not being... I don't know. But it's Calyx, so it should be fine. Also, we don't have an element with that ID yet. The whole point is that we're setting it up with that ID during runtime. Oh my gosh. What? What are you talking about? Get out of here. Go away. I'm so mad. I hate when my stream crashes because then I lose like all of my viewers and whatever. Okay. If we're gonna crash, then we're gonna crash right now. I guess it was the container. I guess it was the container. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't know. I don't make the rules. I have no clue. I have no clue, okay? Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna lock in here and we're gonna make a little green menu. Okay. And now we're gonna move the points. Okay. And we're gonna select the point, and then we will move the point. Okay. Now this needs to be set to a container. It needs to be made a container. Okay. It needs to have a scroll wider, and it will be masked. Okay. Now we need to toggle the callback menu, and now we have some things to look up how we were going to do them. So our definition callback is the first thing. We need to set it to battle log container. Oh my god, dude. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I hate nuclear. I hate nuclear. I hate it. 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 Because you know why? It's not locking my keyboard. And you know why it's not locking my keyboard? It's because fucking nuclear is so bad. It's bad. It's so bad, dude. Oh my god, dude. Dude. It's not locking my keyboard because there's some place where it's not checking the flags. Or it's not checking the flags. When it's a container. There's an extra flag that needs to get checked here. Oh, don't get mad. Okay. The issue is that these aren't scoped. Okay? So... Oh my god. Oh, dude. Yeah, what you need to do is what is nuclear is it's the GUI, it's the debug GUI framework. Yeah. What you need to do is you need to do these up here. Visibility flags equals 0, and then just go down for each of them. And you need to scope them outside so that we can check them at the bottom, because those two menus might be open. Yeah, so basically, because nuclear is bad, what they have for this is that basically they have these flags that tell you if you're currently editing a text box, if you're currently like inside of a text box or whatever. The funny thing about those, they're just flags in integers, okay? But if you have like different scopes like I have for these menus, of course you can't check them all in one menu. So if you have one menu that happens later in the comparison, then it's going to, resolve to true, and then your keyboard is not going to be locked. Even though we check for the flags up here, it doesn't matter because they aren't scoped down there. Yeah. You see, down here is where we check for the scroll flags, the menu flags, the component ID flags. Unfortunately, none of that matters because this is going to be keyboard locked equals false here because we aren't scoped for all of these flags. We aren't in the same scope, even though the menus can be open together. Isn't that fun? Isn't that fun? Yeah. It's such a tilter when that happens. Yeah. Honestly, it's inside of here, actually. I think we're supposed to be scoping them inside of there. Yeah, I think so. So you have to initialize them to 0 so that you check them at the bottom. But yeah, dude, yeah, it just sucks. It just sucks is all I have to say about it. Okay, so it's here. It's here. It's here that we have to scope them. Yeah, right here. Actually, what is NK edit inactive? That has to be 0, right? There's no way that it's that bad that it's not 0. Okay, has to be 0. Yes. And now we can check. Now we can do this. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. Oh my gosh. Yeah, sorry, I'm kind of in a bad mood after the computer crashing thing. But yeah, it's like annoying. Hopefully this is fine. Visibility, hover. We also have def flags here. I don't know how they designed it so bad. Like, I just don't get it. Like, I just don't get it. Like, if anyone knows how hard it is to make a UI, it's me, right? Like, I've been really having trouble making a UI. It's not easy, but this is just absurd. It really is. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. This isn't gonna compile. I don't even know why it's not giving me errors because I'm declaring these twice. Yeah. Oh, get me out. Okay, please, can we just set this up now and can it just work? I just want to see it work. Spent all the time working for the code for this, and I just want to see it work. Okay, we're making a new menu. Could you not just maybe pipe the run into GDB so that, yeah, I mean, I could definitely do that. That's very true. But honestly, dude, I kind of like the typing the run in. It gives me something to do while I'm waiting for it to compile, you know? Like, otherwise I'd just be kind of sitting there. So, it gives me something to do. Hey, what's up, trying to think? How are you? I've got to be positive. I've got to be positive now. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be happy. Look. That's the box. Okay. We're going to be happy. Okay? From now on, just positivity. We got a little green box here. You mind sharing current build? Not sources. Binary? Like you want the binary? You want my engine binary? I don't really know if it's ready to you know, for public consumption. I'm not really sure about that. Oh, I forgot to make this bigger. Oh, that's another lovely thing about nuclear, is that we're not actually going to be able to read this, but that's fine. That's fine. Let's just go to definition callback. Oh, you know what I just realized? Oh, brother. Okay, whatever. We'll just reload it. It's fine. Battle log container. Okay, let's not change def yet because it might break my computer. Then we go to action callbacks battle log container. Also, we want to absolutely make sure that this is interact none. So battle log container, change action, change def. I don't think that this automatically sets up. I don't think it does. I don't think it does. We are kind of lagging though, and I wonder if it is working somehow. Either way though, it isn't showing anything. So I'm just going to do is masked, and then I'm just going to try to save this. Save this menu. Combat.json. Okay, so battle log container. Okay. We want to make the ID for this battle log container, and then I want to reload. Fine, getting ready for the math exams. I've failed 2 the last semester. Oh, that sucks to hear. I'm doing good. I'm just waking up and working on the engine, you know? That's what I do. I work at the engine, you know? been working on the engine and working on all the ideas that I have in this notebook of mine for the things that I'm making. That's all cool. Yeah, working on the engine. Okay, this might crash my computer. If it does, see you guys later. Peace out. Okay. God. I forgot to actually load it in. God. Actually, does menu count increase from there? Not sure. Hold on a second. Apparently it doesn't. Okay, whatever. Dream life. Wish I could live the same. Yeah, really? I mean, it isn't all that, to be honest. It isn't all that. It isn't all that at all. It is quite isolating, lonely. Don't have any money, you know. It isn't all that great. But I sure as hell am not going to work in another goddamn restaurant. That's for sure. Over my dead body. I've had enough. Where at? Push text to container. Interesting. Stir copy. Okay. I mean, do we call that maybe before I set those up or what? Push text to container. Yeah. Yeah. If it's Yeah, I think you want to return there. Are we being serious? I mean, how is this we create new text box, so is this a problem? Now that we calc these or not? Yeah, I mean, I can print this out, right? I can print out our setup and try and log this and make sure that we are setting up. I'm pretty sure that I call this, right? Unload UI from JSON. I'm pretty sure I call setup functions. Oh, I don't call setup functions. Maybe I do. Hold on. I feel like I definitely should. Resolve def callback. Does this call it? No. Let me see if I call setup function anywhere else. Toggle menu. We don't do it until we toggle the menu. Which honestly should not be calling the setup function. We should only set it up when we load in. So get rid of all of that. That's not relevant. Okay, so let's go to load UI. And let me go. Let's make sure that we resolve it. We do resolve it. And then we want to do if e setup def.setup function, then call e def.setup function with e. I still wonder why this is happening though. I guess it's because this... Oh, I don't... Aha. I see. If count is as greater than 0, then this. I thought that I wrote this code. I'm pretty sure I did. Is it possible that I wrote it in the wrong place? Huh. Okay, I guess I did not why don't I use C++ for game dev? Because I like C. That's all. I don't really have like a lot of cerebral reasons why I do things. I just do the things that I do, I guess. I don't think it's one of those things where like I sat down one day and I was like, you know, C offers a lot more advantages over C++, and that's why I'm going to use it. It was one of these things where I was coding in C, and then I was like, oh, I want to make a game engine. And so I made a game engine. Yes. Yes. Oh, then we don't. Wait. I'm just being dumb. You want this to be a thing. Wait, what? Hold on. Printf, what is this? What is this count? Wait, how is this count a non-zero? Wait, what? This count should be 0. It's illegal for this count to not be 0. Wait, hold on. Maybe you have to do if text array. Maybe you have to do this. Or else it's gonna give you a garbage value. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's what you have to do, but let's just check it just so that we can be sure. Okay. What is this count? 0. I mean, Are we being serious here? Are we being serious? Hold on. Set up battle log container. Create a new text box with menu boxes. Menu equals L menu index. Oh. 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 Understood. Okay, so this we actually, yeah, so we have to go fish here. Do I not have a find menu? Get. Oh, brother, you've got to be kidding me. Okay, so we are going to need to get a menu here. You hate to see it, you really do. We need to get it by name. You have to get it by name, because otherwise you're not getting it at all, because this menu index is not good data. It isn't very good at all. I'm listening to silence. Ever since my computer crashed, I've been listening to silence. Okay, we're all happy now. We're happy. I'm happy. You're happy. Like the typing sound, I use I built this keyboard a while ago, like 4 years ago. I posted the specs in the Discord recently. It's a Tofu 65 with it's brass and it's got boba U4Ts in it. The rest I don't really remember. I was into keyboards like a few years ago, and so I like lubed it myself and all that. Yeah, it's I really like it. It's like probably the most luxurious thing I own. Are we being serious? Wait, what? I wonder what free slot is. But boxes is not correct. I don't understand how that is the case. How do we not have boxes? It's like the strangest thing. Because we allocate them 100% sure. Like, we allocate them 100% surely that we do that. And if we didn't get a menu, then we would, return. Let's do some logging here for the menu name, the pointer for the boxes, and the box count. This is going to be menu name, menu boxes, and the text box count. Yeah. Very strange. We should also go into the load UI, and I want to log this. What does this count print out? We want to print that out there as well. I wonder if somehow I free the boxes somewhere. Oh, our menu count increases. Hold on. Oh, our menu count does increase. Oh. Yeah, that would be it. Wait, but how are we getting the wrong... You know what, we're not going to think too hard about it. That was definitely the bug. Yeah, it is. Yeah. I said that I would stay live until we finish the combat log, and I'm going to stay true to that. No matter how tough it is. Okay, so we 100% have pointers, okay? You cannot tell me that we don't allocate our boxes. Okay, no sec fault. Love to see it. Okay, combat, menu toggle. We have our green box. Okay, well, we know that we set up correctly. You know what we didn't do? We didn't toggle visibility on any of those text boxes, I think. Test, push, battle log, push text to container. We definitely are getting in here because we got the print out. We should just do this. We should just do this just to make sure. Then when we print here, we need to set to is dirty equals true. We wanna set it to visible equals true. This isn't the most efficient way to do this, but we want to go to the action function, which is going to be battle log. What was the thing? It was sort battle log. And for each box, we want to make sure that it's visible, and we want to make sure that we are moving all of them. Okay, and let's give that a shot. How much time have I been learning OpenGL? I only get to render a triangle. I guess my first time using OpenGL was like probably a year ago now. But you know, I do a lot of code. I code a lot, you know. So, you know, just keep at it. With enough time you can do anything. Just with enough time you can do anything. I'm wondering if this is actually plus new height or minus. Maybe it's minus. Yeah. Let's just see this. I also want to see with this here, this is going to have the box display text, which is what we care about. Okay. Am I using a custom config? This is Helix, actually. This is Helix. Am I trying to get a dev job? Yeah. At some point. It's hard for me to get a dev job where I live, because I live in, you know, a kind of a dead-end town in America, so there aren't really any opportunities here. And relocating for me would be pretty difficult because of my condition. I should, you know, probably not relocate, to be honest. So I would have to get something remote, you know, and it's hard to get remote stuff, so especially without a computer science degree. So I don't know. Maybe one day somebody will see what I've worked on and be like, wow, that's really sick. Let's see what we're logging. We are pushing, however, we are not translating. Or else we would see this. Wonder if we're getting early returned here. Hold on, sort battle log. Where do we? Oh, we call the E action function. We pass in the element itself. We definitely do pass the element itself. E definitely has container, right? Definitely has container. It doesn't have any children inside of it, or else it would, Actually, you know what? Maybe that's what it is. Hold on. Yeah, this is like crashing my computer for some reason. It's really lagging me. Yeah, also the fact that that's lagging my computer is probably not a good thing. Do I get this? I never checked if I got this. Let me check the JSON itself. We have the correct menu. We do. Yeah, so let's get rid of this pushing debug, because that's not actually really helpful. If container box count is less than element def.choice. Hold on, this should be this, by the way. I think that the only thing that we're we just have to log it like this, okay? Match container check. I mean, there's just a lot of code that could be early returning here that we have to kind of just isolate. Box count check. So we just have to step through it, I think, unfortunately. Pushing text. It isn't exactly riveting, but there's kind of no other way to check this. I also want to check entering push. I want to make sure that for whatever reason our container ID is fine. Not a US citizen, but have the same problems with remote jobs. Yeah, it's difficult, you know. It's not easy. Any neats? I wouldn't consider myself necessarily a neat. Sort. And on setup battle log, we also want to log this. I want to really check this, because this would kind of explain a lot. We get frustrated of having to write so much extra boilerplate in C. Not really. I find it kind of meditative. Also, I don't know. A lot of stuff that's boilerplate also helps you understand the code more. Like, when I was writing Rust, I didn't really understand what the hell was happening. You know, when you start abstracting stuff away in your standard library, that's a very slippery slope, in my opinion, because you stop really understanding what the code is doing. But I guess it's just personal preference, I guess. I don't know. No menu found. Yep. No menu found. Is it because we call it from yes, this is true. This is very true. Okay, we need a separate step. Okay, so that's what the bug is. That is what the bug is right there. What's happening is it's calling the setup function from load UI from JSON, but it hasn't incremented the counter yet. So therefore it can't find the menu that it is already within. So that's why it's early returning and not setting anything up. Did I do it for text boxes as well? I don't think I did. No, I didn't. Okay, so we need to make a separate step for that. I'm just going to just hard code this in kind of right here. I know it's probably not riveting to watch right now, but this is the way it goes. This stuff for me, this is the real stuff. You know what I mean? No. Never mind. We're all good. We're all good. Okay. Fantastic. Yeah. I just kind of sped through that, but I think that looks good to me. And we're gonna send it. We are gonna send it. Oh, you know what I should do actually? We should make sure that my setup... Oh, we already have Global's UI change here. We should also make sure that on our setup... Yeah, actually, yeah. So let's go to my setup battle log and let's make sure to make all of these... let's go box is dirty equals true. Yeah. Yeah. I don't really know. Hopefully we can just toggle visibility on these and it'll be fine. Yeah, it's a good thing that we logged all of that, or else I would have never known that it was early outing on the menu check. It makes complete sense. We were calling the setup function before we finished initializing the menu that it's a part of, so it wasn't able to find its own menu, which makes sense. I just kind of wrote that fast and didn't think about that. Okay, so we set up our boxes here. Move boxes to all the same location, which is correct. Okay. Let's see what weird box visible. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. Well, so. Okay. Okay. I think it's working. I think that the boxes are just very tiny. I think that the boxes are just that have a width of 0 because I didn't set it to have a width. I kind of want to catch one maybe. Yeah. Well, this is embarrassing. Oh my god, I clicked off of it. Okay, battle log 9. We got battle log 9. We do wrap around. So this is working. Okay, I know that it looks stupid, but this is wrapping around, you see. Text size, height. What if I set it to height 200? Or does it have a max height of 18? Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, but this is actually correct. So you see how this is how a battle log is supposed to work in my eyes, is that it just like goes upwards, you know? Each entry goes upwards and then it loops around. The issue is that I'm not really sure why we are so silly. Also, we have all of these that are just not filled with anything. I changed the text to that. Huh. Also, changing the height doesn't do anything. So I'm wondering about that. Why that would be the case. Yeah, not sure. If I call a UI change. The text, by the way, is inside of all of these. So these all... Oh, you know what? You know what it probably is? Is that we need to not just call is dirty here when we move them. We need to Well, first of all, our template right now is really scuffed. Our template dot width should equal 200, and our template dot height should equal 200. Or even better, our width can equal the container width. So L width. Okay. That should be that. I have L width being serialized, right? Okay, yeah, that should be good. Now when what is the combat log even supposed to be? I guess my idea is like when you're in combat, it's just gonna be at the bottom of your screen and just like telling you what's going on, right? Like if a character misses, then it's like, they missed. Or if they apply a status effect to you, then it tells you that you have a status effect or whatever. That's my kind of idea of it, like in kind of like classic CRPG fashion. Combat log. Sort battle log. Visible is dirty. I mean, we're transforming them, correct? It's just when I'm also wondering why it was like glitching out like that. I think it was going between visible and not visible every frame. When we push text to container, what I want to do here is call add text box to draw buffer on this box. Yeah, I should just be getting the pointer. I don't know why I'm... Oh my gosh, the lag. Oh my gosh. What the heck, dude? Yeah, I am lagging quite a bit. I kind of am wondering if there is some reason with my own program for that. So I kind of just want to get this up and running and see if this works, and then we will f-sanitize. What are we mad about? Oh. I'm just blind, I guess. Hey, what's up, Frumpy? Yeah, so we weren't updating the draw buffer. However, that one text box was basically just going downwards instead of across. And I don't know why that is. I wonder if our setup is incorrect. I set a template here, right, with a certain text size. And we set the translation to the center. Okay, Let's give it another shot, I guess. When we sort battle log, I wanna... Yeah, I wonder if I'm... Yeah, the idea is that you're only updating the text of one a frame, and then the rest you're just translating on the GPU, which is the efficient way to do it, which is the way that we're trying to do it. As you can see, these Y values are always changing, and they're all always unique for every single box. So you're using Linux. Which distro? I use Mint. I wish I could use Arch. Honestly, if I had a better computer, I would use Arch or like any rolling release distro. Probably like Void or something. I'm very interested in it. Oh. Why are we only seeing one text box? Oh my god, I'm lagging. Doesn't Arch read better than Mint since it's more minimal? It's much less stable when you have to deal with older drivers like I do. I have to basically downgrade everything by hand. It has nothing to do with if it's minimal or not. Linux Mint is just super stable, you know? I am lagging, like, no joke. Gosh. Oh, hold on. Where is this printing out from? Because if these all have a UID of 0, then that would explain what we're seeing. Because they're all getting the same transform matrix then. Where is that printing out from though? That would probably be an entity handler. If it's not here. No. Is it in map? No. Oh yeah, I know where it is. It's actually in render. Yeah, that has to be it. We're pushing it in and we all have the same UID. Now why is that? Because when I set up my battle log, we should 100% have unique IDs for every single one of them because we're using create new text box. Oh, but then we copy box data. Ah. Yeah. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. We never want to copy UIDs. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have a UN16T UID. Or actually, let's just make this UI old UID equals this is going to be B yeah, and then we want B UID equals old UID. Okay, that should fix it. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I can. It's just I have a lot of bullshit, so I try to avoid global search. But yeah, that was definitely a point where I could have global search, but also if I global search the box visible in here, I'm not really sure what comes up. Holy smokes, it takes me straight to it. Never mind. Never mind, I should have just global searched that. I forgot that I deleted, I had Sprite's entire source code inside of my my project files, and global searching why are they still all on top of each other? Oh, we aren't. This is quite laggy. Do I have an older version of Helix? I'm not really sure. I haven't really updated it, to be honest. Yeah, the lagginess I'm not exactly thrilled about. I think something is going wrong. I can't believe I did something very moronic here, and that was commenting out this UID thing, which I should have absolutely kept. I don't know. My idea was that when they have text, you turn them into visible. Like when we write into them. Like when we push text to container. What you kind of want to do is box visible equals true. Box is dirty equals true. Yeah, I mean, I'm not even sure. I do this already, is the thing. I do this already. I mean, let's check what the UIDs are. Let's check what the UIDs are. I guess that they could still, for whatever reason, be 0. Or something, I guess. That's all that I can really guess. Also, rebuild, let's make sure here that I go to max UI elements and then we allocate space for every single one, right? For every single menu. When we rebuild, we go, yeah. We go to max UI elements and we allocate buffer sub data for it. And up here we have the SSBO that gets allocated to enough space. It goes to global's menu count, times size of text box instance. Yeah. Dude, I don't know. Dude, I don't know. Oh, I see what it is. I see what it is. I see what it is. Okay. So it is copying the draw start as well. It's copying the draw start from copy box data. Is the you don't want to copy the draw start either. B draw start is a size T. Okay. The draw start is important because that is where each text box lives in the draw array, and that cannot change because we want to we want to basically allocate that on init and then never touch it. And then each box lives in its own allocated space. Unless for whatever reason our menu count changes and then we need to reallocate, but yeah. I'm kind of worried about why this is lagging though. I think that something else is wrong. I wonder if something is going out of bounds somewhere, I don't know. I will sanitize in a second. I just want to see it work. Yeah, still not working. Okay, I mean UI change actually. We still have a bunch of boxes that aren't showing up. And also toggling the menu doesn't seem to do anything. Yeah, like these should all be boxes. They are all boxes. As soon as I select it, it just starts breaking. These are all boxes. You can see them here. So it's close, but not really there yet. There's something else that we're missing. It does all have unique IDs now. Some of them still aren't appearing. I wonder which ones specifically aren't appearing. So now we have UIDs, we have our draw start. Is there anything else on text box that could be important for us to keep when we copy? I think that copying this is pretty grief, since this is a pointer. That's not good. To copy that isn't good. That's pretty bad, to be honest. other than that, I think that it's all good. Oh God, do not change that. That would be bad. So let's get oh man, I'm running out of steam. I'm running out of steam, dude. Think. Why would some work and some don't work? Why would that be? Oh shit. Oh. Oh. I'm getting the wrong box. Because this is the one that has already been incremented. Oh, push text to container. We have to increment this before. We have to increment this before. So that our element def choice is actually the same. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. To make sure that yeah, so basically what I was doing was I was incrementing this down here and then calling this and then using this to basically get what was supposed to be this, but we had just incremented it here. So we were getting basically the next box every time instead of the most recent box. Now, do I think that actually matters? Probably not. Like, now that I think about it, probably not. Like, I don't think it matters, actually. I kind of want to, like, see all of our initialization things before it starts going crazy. Like, can I just, like, pause it here and see? So everything gets moved correctly. This is the pointer. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, now we start lagging out the wazoo. Yeah, as you can see here, all of our boxes are supposed to be visible. All of our boxes, as far as I'm aware, have the same text. Have the correct text. I mean, we can check that as well, but that's what I would guess, that they all have the same text. They all have the correct text. Honestly, what I always do is I just do this, but I should actually like just do this to print out just like the character and nothing else. Yeah, that's a bit much, but yeah, let's print that out. Actually, yeah, let's get rid of this box visible check. We don't need it because we know that we all have correct UIDs and stuff. I just want to check the raw adding to the draw buffer. And I wonder, you know, if somehow we're overlapping somehow. Somehow we're overlapping somehow. God, this is tough. Okay, I don't know what I was thinking leaving R in there. Hold on a second, hold on a second, hold on a second. It should not. Current counter. Oh, never mind. Current counter is vert count. Oh, well, I should have checked start. That's what I really wanted. I really wanted start. Oh, God. My bad. Also, you want to get rid of this so that we aren't just, yeah. Yeah, we should not be calling malloc here this you know, in this frame, but we don't have to worry about that right now. Yeah, let's check start. Start will tell me if I'm overwriting. Basically, what I'm thinking is if start is the same, then we're overwriting other ones. Hold on. Are we serious? Oh, actually, hold on. Let me click UI change here, and then we'll get a bunch of different current counters. So we do have 100%. We are getting GL errors every time though, which can't be good. Can't be good at all. I wonder why that is. Yeah, all of these look to be exactly equally distant apart. You see, it's about 5. It's about 50,000 bytes. I wonder where that 501 is coming from, and I wonder if it has something to do with that. God, I don't know. Hold on a second. Let's not specify an upper limit, because if we have 2 menus, then we're allocating actually 2,048 boxes. And so that would never go out of bounds, but maybe that's why we're getting the 501. Because maybe it was like, oh, we have way more memory than you said we're gonna have in here. Maybe. You know what's also weird? Hold on. No, those aren't changing numbers as they move. I thought that they were for a second. Yeah, I'm not sure. I feel really, really lost right now with why this could be happening. I've kind of gone down the list of like everything. The last thing I can investigate is this 501, I guess. That's the last thing I can investigate. I can try to isolate it and figure out when it happens. I think I'm catching errors within here. Within here, I'm probably catching errors. Let's try to catch one right inside of here. Let's see if it's SSBO. And also give the layout name. Or the shader name is fine. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that it was happening here, but I wanna absolutely be sure that it was happening here. How could it be my SSBO? Hold on. When I call rebuild and then reallocate the SSBO, I want to try and catch a shader, the error here as well. I want to see what is error again? It's just an enum. So this is how you do like error caching in GL. You just kind of wrap everything with it and try and I thought that maybe I could just like, you know, I thought that was safe for me to do, but maybe not. Maybe it's not safe for me to reallocate that. I don't know. From what I looked in the documentation, it's 100% fine for me to call new GL buffer data because it'll just free the memory itself. Here. According to the thing. The documentation that I read. Okay. Never mind, I guess. It has to be catching it here. I wonder if it's not even related, dude. I wonder if it's not even related. It could be any of this stuff, and maybe that stuff is weird. I don't know. Let's try something. Hold on, I have an idea. I have an idea, 100%. Actually, no, this isn't gonna work. Yeah, I was gonna think to, but we need the model matrix. It's the issue. We can try that, but it's still the model matrix is the problem. What we could do is I could try... Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to debug this, like if it's the model matrix or something. Like if I go plus a UID maybe, and then the position will change based on the UID. And then here let's just set this to yeah, let's just set this to this, yeah, to just white boxes. And if we see that there are holes, then yeah. Yeah, I mean, I see the hole in the middle, but it's definitely not big enough to warrant what I'm seeing in general. The thing is, I think that they're supposed to go all the way to the corner, and they don't. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it would be easier to see if I did like this times 10 or something. Yeah. But then again, there's no way, right? Because for this uses the exact same thing to determine the debug, and the debug is correct. The debug is correct. The debug is correct. Hey, Mina's guy on the internet. How are you doing? How are you doing? Hey, I'm just making sure about the sub data call. I think it's fine though. And I do buffer data to null. Max UI elements times 6 times text vertex times menu count. That should be correct. This should be correct. Let's make sure that, I mean, this has to be, yeah, this is correct. That has to be correct. Or else we would, like, not be getting anything at all. Wait, hold on a sec. No, yeah, this is fine. This is correct. Suffering. Let's make sure that we don't bind it. We don't bind the. We don't bind this for the UI debug. Oh, we don't. We don't bind it for UI debug. Hold on a second. No. No. Yeah, Realic is fine there. Realic is fine there, yeah. And I'm sure that there's no way that our vertex size is wrong. There's just no way. Or else so many other things would be wrong already. would be thrown off. Like, hey, what's wrong? So I have a UI system, and right now we have spent a long time coding this basically a system that pushes text up. Text boxes get basically recycled and then pushed upwards. And for whatever reason, we are not we're not drawing some of them. Actually, you know what's interesting? We're kind of missing something. Aren't we missing something here? Color? Do you have to bind a VAO to bind that buffer? Probably not, right? Probably not. And I'm pretty sure we have it bound anyway. Unless this buffer is getting resized somewhere. Yeah, this is false. That's correct. What operating system I'm using? I'm using Linux Mint as my distribution. Group is dirty gets it true for not this group. Yeah, it should be for the UI group. And that's fine. Yeah, it's quite, yeah. It would be something if like I had anything to go on, but the annoying thing is that everything on paper looks correct. We have absolutely all of our everything has its own place in the buffer 100%. All of these are correct. Check for vertex buffer indexing or overflow. I have. Which distro and which desktop environment? Yeah, so I'm on Mint and my I use i3. I see what's happening. I see it. Let's see exactly where it is, where it starts going off. Here. How? Let's try and catch it. I mean, I already put... Did I already put... Okay, no, we didn't. We didn't error catch right here. But that's what we're gonna do next. Let me get the boilerplate for that. Yeah, I mean... It would literally have to... The only thing that makes sense is that it would literally... We would have to call GeoBuffer data somewhere else on it to set it to a different size. It's the only thing that makes sense. Oh yeah. Let's just leave this here for the... Actually, you know what? Current counter equals temp counter plus times vertex size. Temp counter is this times vertex size. Yeah, I mean... A lot of error possible, like invalid matrix stack operation, or perhaps invalid... No, it's not invalid viewport. But have a good night. I also want to see the layout name. I believe that this is... That on upload... I think that the buffer itself is getting changed somewhere, the size of it. This is the 501 starts at about 700,000 bytes. See, there's no 501 here, and then there suddenly is. So I'm going to try and catch that 501. I mean, how could it not have the right size? could it not have the right size? How long have I been programming this? I've been programming this for 5 months. I'm developing a game engine. Unless somehow our elements share a material or render group with the text boxes, which I don't see being a thing. I just don't see that happening. Okay. Let me do it now. Let's try to catch this 501. And now I don't see it. Now I'm not seeing it. Oh, yeah, I do see it. I do see it. It's right here. I just didn't put a new line. So we catch it every time after text. So it is 100% this. This is 100% the bug. But how? But how? And the layout, oh my gosh, my terminal is having a hissy fit. The layout is definitely text. And this layout is 100% text. Let's try something here. Let's try getting rid of the SSBO re-upload. I'm not sure how that could be interacting with it. But yeah. Like we set this up for max UI elements times 6 times text vertex. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Oh my gosh, I'm so wrong actually. This is actually max characters. That, oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, oh, I had that equation wrong. I had that equation wrong. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I was sitting here for so long. Just so confused. But yeah, I have this wrong too. This is times max characters. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah, and we were sitting here so confused. I mean, honestly, like, I've had way worse bugs. Like, honestly, that makes a lot of sense why I would mess that up. So I'm not like that mad at myself about it, you know. That's just one of those things where it's just you're writing code fast and you don't really know what's going on, and then you write a bug like that. It's not really a bug, it was just a calculation that was wrong. Whatever, that's like an hour and a half of my life that I'll never get back, but whatever. We figured it out. Took me a long time. Took me a long time. Yep. No debugger is going to show you that. No, it's just a 501 on a buffer overwrite because, yeah. Because my calculation for the maximum bound was way off because I obviously was not taking into account the characters. But yeah, once I press UI change, we get our entire thing now. There it is. There it is. Now, obviously some things here. You don't actually want to be toggling visibility on these all the time. We also want to move this in the middle instead of course, on the side. And after this, we have to mask. I want to mask it by the bounds. Also, I want to figure out why. I'm pretty sure that this is the reason that this is so laggy is because of the outline. The outline being mallocked and freed. Pretty sure that's why we get all of these this lag. I mean, maybe not. Not really sure why. Okay. Okay, so I have to center it. We have to re-implement masking. I don't know how we want to do that. I just simply didn't implement that for text yet. But for... I think, to be honest, that should be in the SSBO rather than as an attribute. Possibly. What we did last time was we had min and max bounds for the elements. So that would be in here. We had min and max bounds that we set up. For text, first of all, let's do one thing at a time here, and let's first of all let's move it into place. First of all, let's move it into place. How do I center? How do I center? Let's go to sort. Sort the, yes. So sort it to box translation X. And how do I set this? Honestly, let's just do it to the middle every time. Honestly, we could just do this to newest box translation X, because newest box should always be aligned bottom center. If I did this correct. Anyway, next thing would be doing the masking. We need to do that in the shader. So we can either do it in the SSBO or here. I think it makes more sense for it to go here now. Okay, now we need to go into here, into text box instance, and we need to go vec2. I wonder if this is fine with the padding. I think it should be. Let's just do vec2 max. You also want this to be in the UI elements, but let's not even worry about that for now. Okay. So when we upload the stuff, upload dirty text boxes to SSBO. Our min and max are going to be dictated by our parent. Okay, so if box parent container vec2 min 0 0 vec2 max 0 0, but if box has a parent container, I'm pretty sure no, this is a UI element that we get from this, and the reason why is because we need the bounds. Yeah, we fixed that. So do you know Android and how I can get a root shell from ADB? Got a pfetch running natively, which is sick. That's awesome. I don't really know what that means, to be honest. I don't really know what that means. I'm sorry, I don't. I'm sure it's very awesome though. I'm trying to process it. I'm kind of like, out of it right now. Okay. Okay. Now what we want to do is the container. We want to see if container mask children, right? So if container mask children, if I know that this is funny. It's funny. Okay. It's funny. I get it. Our min is going to equal the container, or the e min dot. Oh, lovely. It's lovely. I love it. I love it so much. I love it so much. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. I'm I just can't wait for this to be over. I'm ready. To be honest, I was ready an hour ago. Okay, so this is the min, that's the max, okay. And if we're wrapping, then we want to use the padded, we want to use the container padded min and max. That's what we want to use. That's what we want to use. That's what we want to use. Okay. Oh my god. I can't believe I just realized that. Oh my god. Okay. We can't just add the translation. We can't. We can't. Yeah, we can't. We can't just add the translation. Yeah, we can't just add the translation. That's a real bummer. Nope, we can't just add the translation. What we have to do is we have to multiply it times u ortho, the model matrix, for the element, not the box. And then shift the min and the max over into that. Try expanding the if family tree. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Well, listen. Okay, we don't actually have to do that unless we want to have angled boxes that mask. Give it more family members? Oh, are you making fun of this? It's kind of a reason why it has to be nested like that, actually, but shit. Yeah, it's not something that I want to do, to be honest. Yeah, but technically what you would have to do is you would have to get a mat for TRS, and then we would have to compose the 2D transform for this. And this is what it would look like. I don't know if we're going to really commit to this right now because this is kind of painful. Yeah, so we need to get the ortho from the frame buffer as well. we can just search for that out here, which is fine. We could, yeah, so let's just get frame buffer. I'm pretty sure search for frame buffer. Let's just search for UI and get this one from frame buffers, and let's get the FBO ortho properties.ortho. Okay, so this is going to be the mat4 ortho. Okay. Oh my god, it's a float 16. You're fucking me. Oh my god. Oh, lovely. Lovely. I love it. I love it. I love it a lot. I love it a lot. Let me tell you. Yeah, I don't know why I did it this way. Why did I do it this way? Why did I do... You know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We can do... Here's what we're going to do. mat4 ortho. And we will just mem copy into it. Okay. We will mem copy into it. Okay, we will mem copy into that. Okay, and now that we have that, first of all, we have to actually do if FBO, because we don't want to segfault there. I think the mem copy will generate a lot of cache. A lot of cache. You know me, I love cache. You know me. Okay. So we need to multiply that. I think we multiply the position first. Or maybe not. I kind of forget how that works. But yeah, we would need to multiply every single thing, right? So we would need to yeah, so this would be, can you just do ortho M4 mul ortho TRS? And then get the mat4 local. And then aren't you just multiplying this M4 mul M4 vec4 local times each of them? And then you're getting the vec4 local min x, etc. No, you wouldn't be getting the local min x. This would just get you the... That sounds about right. I would do that as well. Yeah, absolutely. 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 So we wanna vec4 this. So yeah, this is gonna have to go inside of here because we need to know if we're doing the padded or not. So this is going to be padded min.x. Yeah. And since there's a point, we put it z up. Like that. And you do the same for the max. I hope that I'm doing this right. I think this makes sense to me. And then this is what you just put straight into here. if this isn't the case, then we can just use the less efficient way of calculating it, which we also have in code. It's no big deal. Yeah. Patted min y. I said z. I said z because we're putting the z up. That's what this one is. Oh my god. Alright, this is E, not container. And that should be good. I'm working in 2D orthographic space for UI right now. There is no Z component. Okay, okay, the thing is, I don't know how we dealt with actually figuring out if they were, because if we set 0, 0, then we're always going to be masked. So how did I switch on this in the shader? How did I do this? Oh, I think I know what I did. I just set it to screen bounds otherwise. Okay. Yeah, so that's what we have to do. So if we don't have a parent container. Oh yeah, so this is just on initialization. Our max has to go to I think we put it to screen width, screen height. I think that's fine. We can even do ×2 if we're worried about it. When will I test it? In a moment. Yeah, if this doesn't work, then I'm sure we can do the other one. Okay. Let's just do mat for identity, just so that we have something in here. Also, this is not box. Yeah, this is element. This is E. I almost forgot about that. Okay. I'm willing to give this a shot. what we need to do now is not forget here that to pass this as to the frag, okay? And we're passing it to the frag, and we want to check honestly, can't I just check this in the oh no, you want to do it here. Oh, but then you have to do this calculation. Yeah. You need to use screen height to do this. We can take that in as a uniform, it's fine. Yeah, so we can just copy and paste this, actually, it's fine. It's not a big deal at all. Yeah. So let's just do that. We'll just replace the variable names. Okay, we need to take in use screen height. How do I do that over here? We just take it in as ints, so that's what we will copy and paste here. Okay, so that's that, and now we need to go to text shader and copy from our here as a uniform for here. Okay, now if I did all this correct, it should work. If I did all of this correct. I think the tricky part is going to be making sure that we did the SSBO stuff correct. I don't know if we did. I hope so. I hope that that's just correct. Yeah. Oh god. Pause undeclared and I was just being dumb. There's that. It's fine. Okay, that isn't good. That isn't good at all. They're definitely... Oh, you know what? What's interesting here is that we're definitely missing them, right? Like, we are definitely... Definitely missing a few there. Yeah, I think I might just try the other method, to be honest. We have to get the code for that though, and that's called, what is that called? What is that called? Transform... Pause, point to local element matrix. It's this function. So we can try this method. It probably would work. Okay, we already had that in the header file. It's fine. Okay, so that's what we'll do here with each of these points. So local min, no, we just take the padded min. So container padded min, we want to transform point to local element matrix with the element, which is E. Hopefully this works. Yeah, so let's set oh, let's just assign this straight to min. Just do that. Now let's get rid of this, I guess. Honestly, this is like a much simpler way of doing it. Actually, no, this isn't the way you do it. No, this isn't the way you do it. No. Yeah. This isn't the way you do it at all. No. Okay, let's just for the sake of argument, just test it though. Just test e min dot x plus e translation. Let's only do the translation component and get that down before we do any of this. Just to make sure that our head is on right with the SSBO and all of that. Because that's more likely to throw us off. That is more likely to throw us off. Okay, so let's just do that. Okay. Also, I want to make sure that our box is parented. It's very possible that our box never gets a parent container in our setup. Setup battle log container. Yeah, I never parent it. Box parent container equals E. No. Well, it's the same thing, but yeah. Equals L. Yeah. Yeah, that really means that most of it was out of bounds, huh? I'm just gonna copy it bar for bar. I don't know why. It's just something that I feel I should do. I'm not being stupid, right? Like, I didn't miss... something here. We could also debug the umin and umax as well. Okay. Let's test this, I guess. Okay. Okay, is this working? No. Well, it is. It's just weird that it's not at the same rate it was before. But this is the correct balance, of course. Let me test something. We did change something here. We changed that we went to when we sort battle log. We changed this to transform to newest box translation .x. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I wanted to see. We always move text box to origin first before we change label alignment. And I wonder if we need to do that. Like, we always literally move text box to origin. So I wonder if that's necessary before we, I think that there was a reason for that. So I'm going to do that. Because maybe it's just off center or something. I don't know. Also, I think that transform text box should definitely be transforming the middle, right? Because transform text box, all it does is it sets the translation to the pause. Yeah. I am kind of worried about the rate of them changing. I wonder what that has to what that's about. I kind of want to try turning U visible to 1 and see if that was it. Yeah, I wonder what that's about. I'm kind of worried about that, to be honest. I hope I didn't mess something up. Yeah, this works fine. It just doesn't work if we have rotated if we have a rotated container. If we have a rotated container that we're wanting to mask by, then it's impossible. You know? It's not possible. It's just not possible. Okay. Yeah, it's working. It just definitely feels like it's at a slower rate than it was before. Also, the lag we start experiencing is pretty gnarly. But I think that that's because of the, free and malicking the outline, which we can put on the to-do list to fix that. Even though we only do it once a frame still, but, you know, who knows. We should also F-sanitize it and make sure that everything's up to code. I do kind of want to just like try going back to what it was and then like see if the rate improves again and goes back to what it was, because I think we're dropping some. And so let's just literally go back to what it was in terms of SSBO and text box instance. Just literally go back to what it was and then do the same on this. Literally just what it was, and let's test it. Let's see if we go back to normal or what. Yeah, the rate does change again. So I'm not really sure why. we do start lagging hard, but then again we do this pretty much every single frame. Anyway. I'm also interested in how the bottom element is never visible. And now we speed up again. Yeah, I'm not sure why we were dropping them when we masked. I'm not sure. Anyway, I know that this doesn't maybe look the most exciting, I guess. I don't know. I know that this might seem a bit oh, you got text on the screen, no way, but yeah, I think that it's pretty sick. Basically, you're gonna call this function called push text box to container, right? And it's just gonna scroll in either in some direction. I think I'll just make a direction vector that it scrolls in, and yeah. But yeah, I have to definitely do some profiling on this and like figure out what is lagging us. If it's malloc and freeing the outlines, we can definitely optimize that, to not use malloc or free, like very easily. We can do that. Otherwise, not really sure how we're gonna optimize it. If this is going to be like a lag thing. I also wonder kind of like if we're probably drawing the ones that are off the screen as well, which isn't great. I also do notice some overlap with them, which is weird. I think it's because some of them have multiple lines. Yeah, and see, we start picking up speed again and going fast. Yeah. And it is weird that these all start one line up. It's very weird. It's almost like the first one doesn't get dealt with properly. I also kind of want to like just, if we move this, does this work? Does this move with us? It does. That is quite laggy, but yes, it does. It does move with us. So you can move this to wherever you want to move it, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Anyway, yeah, so I'm just going to write a few notes down on what we still need to do in terms of this. We need to optimize it and clean it up. Obviously. But yeah. Very cool. Very cool. The masking also does work. It just, there is a bug with it that some of them are getting dropped. Like every other one is getting dropped. Like it just doesn't draw. But then it does mask. So I'm not really sure about that. So you know why we also might be lagging, to be honest, is because we're pushing such like insane amounts of stuff into our terminal. That's also probably something to do with it. It probably has something to do with it, to be honest. So much debug stuff that we've been doing. Let's actually get rid of that right now. So let's go to add text box to draw buffer. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Okay, that's all of that. I don't really know where the other things are. Rebuild, would it be in rebuild? No, it's probably in push text, push battle log. We can probably just like follow this down and find a bunch of printfs. And then the action function calls sort battle log, which we can get rid of this. And I'm pretty sure that's it, hopefully. Yeah. I'm just looking for any red on my screen. That's on setup. That is something else that's on expand dropdown. And I think that's it. I'm going to give it one more compile just to see how that helps the performance, and I'm going to write in our little thing here what we did. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to say here we profile battle log. There are frame rate issues when pushing text very fast. Doesn't really make much sense. Fsanitize. We need to make sure that masking works. There are dropped boxes. When using mins and maxes for some reason, but masking seems to work dimension wise. Yeah, we are just lagging for sure. Yeah, we're still just lagging. Yeah. Yeah, I thought that this would be pretty fast since literally all we're doing is we write into one text box, move it to the bottom, and then move all the other ones up. But I don't know. I don't know. We didn't get rid of this moved box to something. Moved box. Move text box to origin. That was only getting called once a frame. We were calling this once a frame, right? I think push text push battle log is under check UI state, which I'm pretty sure we only call once a frame, so okay, let's also write down in our little thing here, figure out menu toggling. Not sure if that works for the moving text. Add support for propagation in another direction. Test container scroll bar compatibility, compute max scroll scale for each frame. When we push extra stuff. This is all the stuff that we need to do for finishing this system. Other than that, we're looking good. The UI system actually just works now, which somehow it happened and it works fine. Our drop downs still suck, but yeah, I mean, they kind of work, but they kind of just suck. That's another issue, but I don't think that I'm going to be using drop downs, at least right now, so I just decided to move on from it. It was taking forever. Yeah. This we did all of this, so I'm just gonna move this up. Okay. Uh, I think that's it for me. I think that's it for me. This was long. This was a long stream. I did promise that I would stay live until I finished, and I did finish it. I mean, it's not finished, but I have, scrolling text that we can push stuff into infinitely, that it scrolls in a direction, which is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I mean, more than it just being pretty cool, it's cool that it works within the system, so that we can continue to have all of the behavior that we have with our other UI with that UI. It's not just text. It's more than just text. Anyway, I think that's it for me. Anyway, it's really fun. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you're new here, you can join our Discord. We have a lot of devs in there. It's pretty cool. And if you have any questions, anything you wanna ask me, you can ask me there or in the YouTube comments, or whatever. So that's it for me. I'm going to sleep like a baby after this. This was such a tiring day for me. Okay. Peace out.